Hi guys, this is the 18th module of this particular playlist, whereby it's called the Content Provider Foundation. We get to understand what provider is and how we're going to actually use it in this particular analysis. We're going to create a class called Weather Provider. This class serves as the content provider for all of weather's data. This class allows us to bulk insert data, query data, and delete data. That's the three functionality that this class is going to assist us in doing. We have a class called Weather Provider that extends Content Provider. We're going to create static constant integer values named the code weather and the code weather with date, whereby we initialize the first one to 100 and the second one to 101. We're going to instantiate a static URI matcher, whereby we'll be using the build matcher method. The URI matcher used by this content provider is the leading S. In this variable name, this signifies that this URI matcher is a static member variable of weather provider and is a common convention in Android programming. We're going to declare a WeatherDB helper called mopen helper, but we won't be instantiating the WeatherDB helper object at this moment. We're going to write a method called the URI matcher, whereby it's going to be a build URI matcher where you match the URIs to their numeric ID. You're going to create the URI matcher that will match each URI to the code weather and the code weather with date constants defined above. So all parts added to the URI matcher have a corresponding code to return when a match is found. Based on the matcher, the code passed into the constructor of the URI matcher here represents the code to return for the root URI. It is a common occurrence to use no match as the code for this case, where we use no match. And we have the authority, which is the final string, whereby we have the weather contract, which is the content authority. For each type of the URI you want to add, you're going to create a corresponding code. Preferably, these are constants fields in your class so that you can use them throughout the class. Whereby we have the add URI based on the path weather and the code weather. We have the onCreate method, which is actually within the onCreate, and we're going to instantiate our mopen helper with a new keyword, the WeatherDB helper. Whereby we're going to return true from the onCreate to signify success performing the setup. We have for the bulk insert. This is a normal content provider implementation. You will probably want to provide proper functionality for the insert method as well, whereby it throws a new runtime exception that if the student, you need to implement the bulk insert method. We're going to provide an implementation for the query method, which handles the query request from clients. We'll use this method. We use it to query for all of our weather data as well. So we have the string and the selection argument, and the sort order. You have for the URI matcher as well. You have for the code weather with date, and you have the string, the normalized UTC date string. You have the selection argument arrays. You have the open helper, which is passing into the cursor, and the weather contract. These are all the contents that will be used in the course of this particular application. We have the case to check if the code weather is get the readable database query based on the weather entry, the table name, the projection, the selection argument, and you get the set notification URI, passing it on the cursor, and then return the cursor value. You also have the delete, which is at a given URI with an optional argument for more fine-tuned deletions. You need to implement the delete method as a runtime exception. We have the get type, and we have the insert, we have the update, and we have the shutdown. All these are very, very important, and we're still going to build more on this in subsequent tutorial. So we'll be moving from here to the content provider bulk insert. So stay tuned.